Good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us. My name is Karen Merck, and I'm the founder of Portraits of Giving through my company, Merck Photography. Welcome to our 15th anniversary Portraits of Giving Town of Stouffville local event to celebrate our 2024 honorees, Carly Joe Lyons-Rising and Harry French. This is always a special event because it's in my new hometown where you really feel the kindness and compassion from everyone in the community. I hope you enjoyed being greeted by the very cute St. John Ambulance therapy dog, Gloria. She's left the building now, so it was really great to partner with them through our tour this year. Before I begin, I'd like to thank several VIPs who have joined us today. We have past honorees, Susan Tucker. Susan, where are you? Susan, thank you for being here today. She's a very important person in our community and a great person. Mr. Patrick LeBlanc. Patrick, where are you sitting? Oh, there you are. Thank you, Patrick. We also have Kim Campbell here. Kim, where are you? Oh, there you are. Thank you, Kim. And we have Sonia Torres and Dolores Trentadue as well from Trentadue. Our mission has always been to inspire York Region to start or to keep giving back, to help our community. 15 years ago, we began touring across a few towns, and after a lot of positive feedback, we expanded to tour all across York Region, and we reach over 500,000 people every year, which is fantastic. I'm very grateful to our partners like our writer Mev Mastracci from Ascend, who wrote our honoree stories, the RC design team, and Julia from Supa Media for creating our inspiring honoree videos again this year that you'll see across social media this year. Warmest thanks to our honoree sponsors, Kim from MK Marin, Patrick from O'Neill Funeral Home, and Sonia and Dolores from Trentadue Taurus Real Estate. There are many other partners whose names you can see on our sponsorship sign on the table there, and without their help, Portraits of Giving simply would not be possible. It takes a village every year, so thank you. This special crystal anniversary year will be a time when we will celebrate optimism, hope, clarity, and joy in all of our honoree stories and videos. We hope their stories will inspire you again this year. Next, it's my pleasure to begin our inspiration from this year's Lifetime Honoree Harry French. I'd like to invite past honoree Kim Campbell from MK Marin to read Harry's story of giving back for many years.
It's my great privilege to be here to kick off the celebration of Harry French by reading his amazing story. When asked about the most pivotal moment in his career, Harry French laughed to himself, paused, and then said, "It's not a happy story." He was referring to the inception of Whitchurch Stouffville Community Energy Project in 2010. It felt like a failure because we didn't get what we wanted, the contract from the Ontario government. What he did not know at the time was that that was just the beginning of so much more. Harry French is a man of vision, innovation, and action. He's been passionately expanding his network and environmental impact for most of his personal and professional life, creating a legacy of positive change and ecological healing in York Region and beyond. His parents were born in Newfoundland and worked very hard for everything. Their values and work ethic were admirable, productive. Modest, hard work, and has guided most of Harry's success, accomplishments, and ideas. With a graduate degree in environmental planning from Guelph University and a human systems intervention degree from Concordia University, Harry applied his knowledge and expertise to all of his community involvements and projects. Search his name online, and you will find references to preceding professional roles such as Assistant Deputy Minister in the Ontario Government, Vice President of Planning at the York Region-based national consulting firm Marshall, Macklin, Monahan, Research Director at the Conference Board of Canada, and Director, Community Power Services Group at the Ontario Sustainable Energy Association. He's worn many professional hats, more than any other honoree, and each role lends to his capabilities and commitment to a healthier planet through better business practices and heart-centered community collaboration. Very recently, Harry was awarded the Queen's Jubilee, Platinum Jubilee Citizens Medallion and Community Award for volunteer work and community contributions. His Portraits of Giving Lifetime Achievement honoree is now 76 years old, and with his foot far from the brakes, he continues to remain involved and active in the things he believes in. He's the program manager for Climate Wise, which is Windfall Ecology Center's network of local environmentally focused and driven businesses. He's also the president of Stouffville's long-running and community-proud Strawberry Festival. A precious resource to our community, Harry French's passion for environmental stewardship has been lifelong, and his ability to create actionable programs has never been more needed or relevant. He believes we need to be planful, but more importantly, we need to act now. Through his innovative spirit and dedication to community collaboration, Harry leaves an indelible mark for opportunity and respect on the environmental landscape of York Region for generations to come. I leave you with this most brilliant quote that I've already incorporated into my repertoire, which is, "Don't just be thoughtful about things, move forward on things." Harry French.
Thank you, Kim, for sharing Harry's story of giving today with us. Harry, I'd like to invite you to the front to receive some certificates. We're going to load you up today. You've always been giving, yeah, so come now. And you're among friends.
Right, okay,
Yes.
that's great. I am among friends, I know that.
So the first certificate is from the Honorable Dr. Helena Jassic, and the certificate reads, Harry French, it gives me great pleasure to extend my congratulations and best wishes to you on the occasion of your being named the 2024 Portraits of Giving Whitchurch Stouffville Lifetime Honouree. In recognition of your outstanding work to better Whitchurch Stouffville, York Region, Ontario, and Canada, you have demonstrated a long-standing commitment to the environment and community. I am so pleased that your impressive contributions are being recognized.
Oh, lovely. Yeah, thank you, Helena.
Send your best wishes, and so does Paul Calandra. So next is from the Honorable Paul Calandra. Harry French, congratulations on being recognized as the 2024 Portraits of Giving there's a little mistake there, Stouffville Honouree. As a community, we are grateful for the work you have done to support families through the Strawberry Festival and Climate Wise. Your dedicated years of service and contributions have had a profound impact on families within the Markham-Stouffville community. Your leadership, resilience, and kindness have been invaluable, inspiring all of us to give back. Thank you for your enduring dedication and the positive influence you've had on those around you. Congratulations, and I wish you all the best in the years ahead.
Well, Paul wasn't entirely wrong. I did live in Markham for 10 years, so maybe that's what he was. And we lived on Church Street in Markham, as we're living on Church Street now in Stouffville.
Okay, maybe that's why. Maybe we should have
So it's understandable.
both. It's okay. Yeah. And then Mayor Lovett also sends his best wishes. They're unfortunately still in a closed session right now, so he and Sue Sheridan were going to attend, but they send their best. And this certificate reads, Certificate of Recognition, the Town of Whitchurch Stouffville congratulates Harry French on the occasion of your Portraits of Giving Lifetime Honoree Award. So I'd like to present that to you as well. And there's more.
Oh, no.
So don't go. There's more. Do you like wine?
I do.
Sparkling wine?
Sometimes it doesn't like me, but
So this is a time to celebrate, so I'd like to present you with a beautiful bottle of Magnata sparkling wine to enjoy with your family.
oh, thank you.
And
I'm going to have to put something down on the floor, I think, too. Right?
yeah, okay. We can, no, not on the floor. Here. I'll just, here, I'll put it. I'll give it to you here.
Who is that
Sorry,
woman?
she's taking it. And in recognition of our 15th anniversary. I can't believe it's 15 years already. So they have flown by since I've been doing Portraits of Giving. We had these special pins created. So I'd like to present you with a special Portraits of Giving pin. And hopefully if you come out to our future events, you can proudly wear that as an honoree.
I will, right?
And then the last gift is a big one. And you can take this long sign home. This is courtesy of Signorama.
Oh, right.
Richmond Hill, so you can display it wherever you want in the town. I'm sure the mayor will be fine with it. And I just love this quote too. I'm gonna use this in my thoughts. Don't just be thoughtful about things, move forward on things. I love that. So that's the last one. And then you'll get to take this home at our finale.
That's lovely. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Appropriate picture right down in Memorial Park where a Strawberry Festival is held.
Yes, yes, yeah. That was a really great location to choose. So at this point, I'd like to invite you to say a few words if you'd like to.
Thank you.
Okay.
I suppose I should put on glasses as well, but I can't use them for reading. Well, I'm truly honored, and I'm more grateful for all of the friends and neighbors that are here tonight to spend some time together and to celebrate this occasion. It's very moving for me to do that. I'm not that I'm sort of a more of a humble person in terms of kind of like working in the background on stuff and moving things forward. So being in this kind of a position is not a usual guise for me. So I appreciate it very much, Portraits of Giving, for doing this. Thank you very much for this Lifetime Honoree Achievement recognition. And I know there are many deserving people for an award like this. Many of them are here in the community, here in this room tonight. People I've worked with on Strawberry Festival, 19 on the Park, other kinds of activities over the time that I've been here in Stouffville. I want to thank, a special thanks to my wife, Joanna, for facilitating this recognition. Over the last 52 plus years, she's encouraged me in many ways. One of the critical ways was when I was kind of bored working at the Conference Board of Canada. I wondered what I'm going to do next, and she saw this article about Human Systems Intervention Program at Concordia University, and it was a program that was very pivotal in my life. It actually turned out to be Joanna's life as well, because we both went there. I did my second graduate degree in Human Systems in 2000, and Joanna did the same degree in 2002. And then my daughter, Amanda, who lives in Montreal, did the same degree. So we're all about people and relationships and working in groups. And this was a 2-year program where you really exposed your heart and your soul in many ways. And it's there I learned and I saw what I'd really been doing over my life and what I continued to do in my communities. I saw that the importance of connections amongst people to build trust and reciprocity amongst themselves to get things done in their community, and how important that was for our democratic institutions, and where those institutions are under stress these days. So those connections are ways of building trust and building you help me, I'll help you kind of way of thinking about things. So working in Strawberry Festival, as I've done, working in 19 in the Park here, as I've done when we launched it with Bob Stauffer some years back, has all been about trying to build those connections. But it didn't start this there for me, because this is supposed to be a lifetime honoree, and I am 76, so all my life wasn't spent here in Stouffville, unfortunately. Part of it was spent in Edmonton, where our first daughter was born, and there I was president of the Edmonton Westmount Community League. And that was back in 1974, when community leagues in Edmonton were social organizations created by the city, but peopled by neighbors who did things together for each other in Edmonton around social and cultural programs. So that was one of my first steps into the kind of activities I got involved here in Stouffville the last little while. But it didn't stop there. When I lived in Markham for a while, well, actually for 10 years on Church Street, as I mentioned, I can remember myself and Joanna being on the main street doing a Where's Waldo event as part of the Markham Village Festival event that they had on an annual basis in Markham. So we were involved in that as well. And I spearheaded, of course, the Night in the Park activities here, but I also, in earlier days in 2010, that was mentioned earlier on with people like Tom Schmidt and others involved here, we started the Witchard Stouffville Community Energy Cooperative, where we were trying to get a 250 kilowatt solar renewable energy project on the Clippers Arena. We almost got it, but the important part of that was that it would have been a community-owned project. You would have owned it, I would have owned it, others would have owned it through a cooperative kind of structure. So that was really real community power in action, as I saw it, community power and how it works together, but it was a physical way of bringing people together. Now I'm on a board of a 10 megawatt wind project in Oxford County, just outside of Woodstock. That's 51% owned by the community. So we created that project, we brought the community together, and the community owns 51% of that project, and it has environmental positive impacts by reducing GHGs through renewable energy. It also has a financial benefit as well, because it does produce good returns. That was really true community power. And a lot of it goes back to, if you want to bring it to yourselves and witness and feel some of that today, and I forgot this in my notes, but I'm seeing it now, there's a documentary that's currently on Netflix called Join or Die. Sounds a little bit sort of drastic, but it's not. It's done by, it's based on a book called Bowling Alone, which was written a little while ago, but Bowling Alone is all about civic engagement. It's been updated, and Join It or Die now is more of an updated and features the importance of civic engagement and connections to really make our world work. So, and then of course my engagement with Witchard Stouffville Strawberry Festival for the last 14 years, where I've been president. Well, I started off actually as the bird building house guy with Shell Lumber, which I loved. And that's evolved into various guises over the time, being president a few years ago, and other kinds of things, working with people like Mike Burns, who's current president, or with Liz Fraser, or with Sue Shaban when she was involved in the early days. So all this to me was about building connections that facilitated opportunities to build trust and to care for each other. We even had an email tagline in Strawberry Festival that we created together as a board, and it was, through our teamwork, we are making a contribution to creating an engaged and caring community. So that was a few years back, and we as a group, that's what we thought, and that's how we wanted to do things. So today, I hope to continue giving back with friends here in this room, with people like Catherine and Steve and others, and we're interested in launching what we call Sustainable Stouffville. Environmental action has always been a part of my life. My undergraduate degree was in forestry, and it went on there from environmental planning. But from designing natural parks across Canada to my current work at the Windfall Ecology Centre, where I help local businesses reduce their emissions from their operations for climate change issues, I've always been interested in the environment and interested in climate change activity. So this is now even more important given the existential threat that we face with climate change. So Sustainable Stouffville wants to, through awareness, education, and advocacy, intends to inspire collective action, climate action in our community. So we want to work with other people like yourselves, with the town, with other partners, to do more around taking action on climate change. We hope to build a network of people who care about our community and in which they live, and who will advocate for local climate action now. Think about it, but let's get on with some action. So thank you again for this opportunity of recognition. It is indeed a humbling honor. I fully appreciate there's so many more people in this room that are deserving of it, but I thank you very much for the recognition tonight.
Thank you, Harry. We're so proud to share your story of giving this year, and looking forward to keeping up with you with your continued initiatives to help the environment. Next, it's my pleasure to start celebrating our Stouffville Honourees, Carly and Joe Lyons-Rising. If you'd like to, I'd like to invite past honorees Dolores and Sonia and Patrick LeBlanc's team to come and read your story of giving back.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I want to thank everyone for being here. My name is Connor Irwin. I'm with the O'Neill Funeral Home, and today I'm honored to be up here presenting and introducing Joe and Carly's story here today. Let me start with what I have here. When most people think about starting their own business, they don't think about, the first thing they don't think about is the money they want to give away to charity. But precisely, that's what Joe Lyons-Rising envisioned as being the starting point and the foundation for Dada Gives Back. It was during the pandemic that Season Center held an outdoor ribbon cutting ceremony, and at the same time, and on the same day, with the same people, Joe and Carly Lyons-Rising celebrated the launch of Dada Gives Back. As a child survivor of parental suicide, Joe understands in a deeply personal way the importance of supporting and being involved with an organization like Season Center, because nothing like it existed 30 years ago when he lost both of his parents. Joe and his wife, Carly, have been volunteering with the organization for a couple years before the idea of Dada Gives Back was born. Grief is something you deal with throughout your entire life. And by creating the unique social enterprise that helps their clients and uses 25% of monthly revenues to support grieving children and families through Season Center, Joe and his wife Carly have embraced the fulfillment and the success that has came from the support they provide to others in their day-to-day business, but also in their personal lives. I want to invite the two lovely ladies behind me to continue.
Designated the Executive Grief Ambassador for Season Center since 2020, it wasn't until 2023, Season Center's annual celebration of life, that Joe was asked to be a guest speaker and shared his exceptional truth and extraordinary story of loss. It was a day he won't soon forget, as both of his parents were honored during the event, and the connection was created for everyone in attendance, and it was overwhelmingly positive. Through his life and their work, Joe and Carly are giving so much more back to the children and families that are grieving. Do good with Dada is more than a slogan for Dada Gives Back. It's the core of their identity and the sentiment that goes well beyond Season Center for Grieving Children. Carly and Joe have a strong commitment to social and environmental excellence and recently achieved B Corp certification, validating their efforts to balance profit and purpose, confirming their business operations and decisions reflect a high standard of accountability and transparency.
As a result of their hard work and pledge to healing and helping, Carly and Joe were the recipients of the 2023 People and Professionals Award from the Stouffville Chamber of Commerce, an unexpected accolade that only further solidify their values and commitment to social and planetary responsibility. Success and fulfillment come from not only achieving your goals, but also from the support you provide to others along the way. That's a quote from Joe Lyons-Rising. You can learn more about Dada Gives Back at dadagivesback.com, and for more information about the Season Center, please visit grievingchildren.com.
And right now we would like to bring back Karen, who will bring back our honorees. And I do want to say a little special shout out to Miss Karen. Thank you so much for everything that you do and putting this beautiful event together. I know that I can speak on all of the attendees and of course on our honorees' behalf. So thank you.
We're huggers. Thank you so much for sharing their story of giving in a very meaningful way. So Carly and Joe, we have some things for you too. Do you want to come up to the front and we're going to load you up as well? first is from, let's see. This feels like Christmas.
I know. Actually feels more like a wedding.
Yeah.
I do.
And this is from Honorable Dr. Helena Jasic, Joe and Carly Lyons-Rising. It gives me great pleasure to extend my congratulations and best wishes to you on the occasion of your being the 2024 Portraits of Giving Witcher Stouffville Honourees. In recognition for your outstanding contributions to the community, I'm pleased that your important work is being recognized. First one. And I think for this one, Paul did one for each of you.
Oh, that's so nice.
Yeah, so. Carly and Joe Lyons-Rising, congratulations on being recognized as the 2024 Portraits of Giving Okay, that should be Stouffville again. His mind's in Markham.
I used to live in Markham as well.
Did you? Okay, so you're using Paul, that's
The trend is
why.
good.
There's a why. Okay. As a community, we are grateful for the work you have done to support families through the Season Center. Your dedicated years of service and contributions have had a profound impact on families within the Markham-Stouffville community. Your leadership, resilience, and kindness have been invaluable, inspiring all of us to give back. Thank you for your enduring dedication and the positive influence you've had on those around you. Congratulations, and I wish you the best in the years ahead. Honorable Paul Calandra. There you go. Okay, and this one's on behalf of the Mayor and Council. Certificate of Recognition, the Town of Whitchurch Stouffville congratulates Carly and Joe Lyons-Rising on the occasion of your Portraits of Giving Award. Mayor Eden. Okay. And then, do you guys like wine?
Yeah.
Yeah? I had a feeling you were going to say yes. So here's a nice bottle of sparkling.
Thank you very
and
much.
Not a
That is so
winery.
nice, thank you.
And then also in recognition of our 15th anniversary, I have pins for each of you. I hope you'll
Incredible.
proudly
Thank you.
wear them as you come out to future events.
Absolutely, thank you.
So at this point, do you want me to put those down for you? And
Yeah.
if you'd like to say a few words?
Sure. All right, I'll start off. And I just want to start by saying thank you so much to Karen Merck and the entire Portraits of Giving team. This is an incredible honor and one that was definitely not expected. So thank you so much. I also want to recognize Kostas Menegakis, former MP for Richmond Hill, for being here. Thank you so much, my very good friend. And also David Ellie, Chair of the Stouffville Chamber of Commerce. Thank you so much for being here today. Amongst so many others, I can't mention them all. So let's be honest, the driving force here for this business and social enterprise and the catalyst for us giving back is Joe. He continues to inspire me and so many others on a daily basis. And I also want to thank Rolly Ramey for being here. He is the co-founder and managing director of Season Center for Grieving Children, and I can't thank you enough for the incredible work that you do. So that being said, here's Joe.
It's an emotional day. There's been a lot of things happening in the past week and a half, and I'll get to in a few minutes, but I just have to really express my intense gratitude for being here. This was a business that was born during the pandemic, when a lot of us were going through tough times, through our mental health, financially, a lot of change. And on top of that, I decided to quit my corporate director role and work in the basement for the next couple of years and launch a Zoom-based company that also was going to give 25% of the top line revenue. But I have to say, Carly's giving me, I think, probably too much praise, but it's not possible unless we have this partnership. And that partnership is, starts with our relationship and our marriage. So even before we became official partners, we were always partners in this venture. And I'd say also with our daughters, Ella and Grace as well, because this is a family commitment. There's sacrifices that we made to ensure that we could support Season Center, not just one time a year, not 2 times a year, but every single day. The work that we do day in and day out, not always as sexy. It's data, it's analytics, it's a little bit nerdy. I love it, but maybe we could humanize it, right? In a way that when I go and train associates at Walmart Canada, they want me to talk about Season Center before I get into 3 hours of Excel training. And I love it. I love that piece, right? I go to Summer Fresh Salads, another one of our clients. We're having conversations about grief. And I'm there talking again about data and numbers in a very a bit cold consumer packaged goods industry. So I like the change that we're trying to evoke, even though we're a team of two. We're really a community, right? We only got to where we are today because of all the support. So many people that are here today, whether they've been with me since I was a kid, and they've been supporting me, or there's family and friends and new community members. We really feel your support. We're so thankful for it. Yes, I've been through a lot of pain. I've been through a lot of trauma, grief, depression, anxiety. I got it. Check. But couldn't say how happy I am today, and I am every day, getting to do what I do. I wake up to her. I wake up to her. Where's Ella? I wake up to her, and these are my angels every day. And I just feel so incredibly fortunate to be able to give back and do what we do for these incredible grieving children. So, I am someone that could speak for a long time. I just wrote a book that took me 8 years. So I do have a lot to say, but I'm not going to bore you with that. But I am thrilled. And again, my biggest supporter is right beside me, who didn't let me give up through 8 years of writing. Which is the same age as our daughter Grace, and just incredibly proud of the book Pain Remixed. Got launched on Friday, became #1 bestseller within 24 hours on Amazon in Canada for coping with suicide, grief, #1 in supporting anxiety disorders, #1 with depression, and the best thing is that's what wraps it all together for me is all author proceeds are donated to Season Center, and it just so I think in kind of a wrapping up what we have found since we launched Data Gives Back, and it's been 4 years, you can do a lot out of your basement. You could do a lot as a small business, a medium-sized business. You don't have to have millions of dollars of revenue. You have to show up every day and be consistent, and lead with empathy, and connect with other people that want to do good. There's a lot of power that we can do good. Just like Harry was saying, like coming together, the civic duty, right, of connecting together is incredibly powerful. And I'm so honored to be here in the presence of Harry and so many others in the room that inspire us every day. So thank you so much. We truly appreciate the Portraits of Giving award and recognition. Thank you all today for coming. Appreciate it.
Congratulations, Joe, on your book. I'm going to buy it to support the Season Center. And I think I mentioned this when we first met, that I have an idea percolating on maybe a way I could help you and the Seasons Center in some way. And it's finally, I think it's getting there. So I'd like to chat with you after.
Please do.
If anyone else wants to support this organization, please feel free to reach out to Joe and Carly. It's definitely worthwhile to help these kids. At this point, we're nearing the end. I'd like to call all of our honorees up to the front because I have a check donation. As I tour across York Region, I do this every year, I ask our honorees, who can I write a check for $100 to support what local charity? And all of them agreed that we'd like to give this one to the Stouffville Food Bank. So it's a check for $100. Hopefully it can help in some way to service their needs.